What up YouTube, Godmo Duelist here, and today I'm doing a deck review. Before I want to start though, I want to give a couple shout outs. First one goes to WK Dad. WK Dad, I pretty much watched his video on this deck and I decided to give it a try, and this deck is insane, so he always builds good stuff, so just check out his channel. I'll post a link. And second shout out I want to give to Team Minority SPG. They have a lot of good stuff on their channel, so check them out. A bunch of reviews, duels, trades, just anything you need. I met them in Charlotte, so they're a bunch of good guys. Other thing, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Ace Induce. Yeah, I've been talking with him for a little bit about deck ideas and stuff, and he's been helping me with ideas for X Sabers. So I will be also uploading an episode soon. So yeah, alright, let's get started. First things first, this is a Fish OTK deck. This deck is ridiculously good. I mean, I've always been a fan of like water decks or combo decks because, water decks always have like the interesting cheese. This deck, pretty much the whole point of it is you get out this big fish, sorry about the glare, you get out Coelacanth and you make a whole bunch of little fish and turn them into synchros, pretty much. And you swing out. So the only thing different, because this deck is pretty much WK Dad's version, the only thing I run different is I run one Treacherous Trap Hole. The deck's not really supposed to run traps, but I only have one pot of duality, so. The other thing, I've been trying to decide what I like better between this and Spiritual Water Art. They've both been really, really good, but at my locals yesterday I ran Trap Hole, and this card did a really good job at clearing fields. It just helps out for the OTK, it makes it a lot smoother. Just gets things out of your way. The other tech choice I ran was, instead of Red Nova, I ran a Shooting Star, and mainly because I like a lot of guys at my locals run a lot of destruction, like Monster Hate, so just in case, but I don't know, Red Nova probably would have did a better job, but I'll probably tech it in come Sunday. So the other really interesting tech choice I like was pretty much the whole side deck. I'll get to that later though, but pretty much the whole point of this deck is, like I said, big fish and a crap ton of little fish make synchros. But there's a problem. This deck runs like 15, 16 spells, and the setup is very, very important. I have a bunch of matches that I'm going to be posting up along with this video of me at locals. The setup is really, really important. You definitely have to be very careful on how you set things up. For instance, Moray of Greed, this card could be a lifesaver, and this card could screw you over really badly. I opened up with a lot of hands where I had stuff like Big Fish and Random Water Monster and a Moray of Greed, and everything else in the hand was dead. And it's really hard at that point. Do you want to keep your win condition, or do you want to run ruin your chances? But I don't know, you'll see in my videos it worked most of the time for me, but the other times it was just I just lost that game completely. Other thing too, you definitely want to abuse Swap Frog. You definitely want to use him as many times as possible, where if you have a crap ton of monsters, if you have a Fishborg in hand, definitely use it to special summon and get 2 Treeborns, or get a Treeborn and a Ronin Toad out there. That was the other thing too. Gold Sark. This card was just, I'm still learning the deck, but it's just really hard. You have a lot of choices, and like I said, setup is very, very particular, because, you may Gold Sark like Coelacanth, and then, not draw another one and OTK the guy before getting the other one, but I don't know, like I said, setup is really, really particular with this deck. Most of the time my targets were Gold Sark, were Cold Wave or Trunade, but I usually either died or OTK'd before I got it, so yeah. This deck is really, really good. It can be tier 1, it has a lot of potential. I think it's just because there's a lot of good decks in this meta. Gadgets are still really good, Black Wings, plants and whatnot. there's still like a lot of really good decks, and I guess we'll see when the format changes on how good this deck is. But this deck is definitely like, this deck can win games. Like, it catches a lot of people off guard, and a lot of people when they play it do not know what to do. So, let me go ahead and my side deck. Now, my side deck was just this. Sadly, won me most of my games, mainly because like I don't know how to play the fish deck yet. So hopefully when I get better with it, But I side decked into Formula Monarchs, which was really, really dirty, and a lot of people side decked like Chain Disappearances and stuff, and like Oppressions. But all I had coming back was either Treeborn or Cyber Dragon. So pretty much I ran 3 Caius, 2 Cyber Dragons, 1 Dark Dust, 1 Jinzo, 1 more Lad because I main deck 1 anyway, 1 Mobius, I'm looking for another one, 2 Ryza, 1 Vanity's Fiend, and then triple Soul Exchange. Definitely when I side decked into, because I just smoke screened, and like it really caught people off guard when I side decked into Monarch. And I mean, most people don't know how to side deck against this deck anyway, but Chain Disappearance and Dust Shoot was really painful for me. It's what most people side decked in, but I think only 1 duel I had, the guy actually hit me with both. So you just have to be really careful, and you have to set things up really, like it's really a double-edged sword with this deck, since you don't have any like support traps and stuff. Because this deck is just meant to meet meet a certain objective and then explode. So yeah, this is my review on this deck. So I'm definitely gonna try to run this again Sunday. Check out my matches I had with this deck. I went 3-2 like I said, and I'll hopefully try to get some more matches tomorrow. So yeah, alright YouTube, Sked Mode Duelist, peace out.